There was no doubt in my mind we weren't going to win.
And another championship is coming to Tampa Bay.
Riding the wave of the playoffs was certainly exciting. Hearing the news the day of
the 2020 USL Championship final between Phoenix Rising and the Tampa Bay Rowdies is off.
Pretty devastating.
And there's the full-time whistle. 195 days they waited. And for the Rowdies, they'll feel this was a glorious victory at home.
The Rowdies fans are one of a kind.
They feed off the support that we can give them from the crowd, so it's the least we can do.
The Rowdies run here, the Rowdies run there, they kick the ball around. The Rowdies run here, the Rowdies run there, and then they fall on the ground. Oh, the Rowdies, the Rowdies, the Rowdies are a kick in the grass.
I've been coming to Rowdies matches since 1975. Came to my very first one when I was 9 years old. I just became hooked going with my youth group and then bugging my parents to drive me to Tampa Stadium every chance I could get and just followed them all through. I've been coming to every match basically ever since I was 9. My name is Nancy Patel and my supporters group is Ralph's Mob. I'm actually one of the original founders. Ralph's Mob is actually named after the mascot of the Tampa Bay Rowdies, Ralph Rowdy. He was a person who dressed up like a character and ran around the field, wore a specific hat, had a big mustache, and wore a Rowdies jersey. When the Rowdies came back as FC Tampa Bay in 2010, all the fans kind of got together and we wanted to form a supporters group, so we decided to name it Ralph's Mob after Ralph Rowdy.
I'm Mike Maroney. I am with Ralph's Mob. I am the equipment and music lead. Started with finding a group of guys that were hanging out in the corner of the lot. They were like, hey, we're in Ralph's Mob. Come stand with us during the games, and just kind of blossomed from there.
My name's James Hartzell, and my role is art direction and TIFO captain. So we create all the banners that we see in the stadium. We come together, create these banners that honor special occasions for the players. I was just a fan before joining the group. We did one that was called Mob City that was based on a Grand Theft Auto image, and that one was something that really made me take notice of the mob and want to join in.
We want to be inclusive as possible. We want persons to come to the game, appreciate the game for what it is, and really have fun.
During the national anthem, when they say bombs bursting in there's the drums, and then when it gets to O, everybody yells O. That's a super easy ingress into the group because anybody can pick that up after one game, and it's that, oh, I am part of the group, I'm going forward.
My name is Jochen Hutzenlob. I am with the Skyway Casuals, and I'm the president of the group. Because most of us were situated down south of the Skyway Bridge, and it's about a 45-minute to an hour drive, we decided that there needed to be something down there for the people that are south of the Skyway. Casuals is a term for soccer supporters in England, so Skyway Casuals made sense for us.
So when I got involved, just wanted to go to something, feel part of a community, a group essentially, and that's how it started. And then slowly made friends with other individuals in both supporters groups. The supporters group is there to cheer on the team. It energizes them as much as it energizes us as well. So there definitely is a symbiotic relationship there.
I have my own superstitions, rituals. I always have to have the things in my hair. I always have to have my nails painted green and yellow. I wear the same shoes, earrings, watch. God forbid that doesn't happen and we would maybe lose that match, then I totally believe that it's my fault.
Well, I get up in the morning, I get my coffee in my Rowdies mug, I jump on social media, proclaim that it's match day.
4 o'clock's when the lots open, usually about 4:02 we're pulling in.
We set up the tailgate, get everybody ready. People start playing cornhole. I greet everybody, I go around, make sure we've got everything that we need.
Prior to the game, a few of us come into the stadium. We set up our banners, decide on the design for that game.
Get the drums ready, practice a little bit of drum rolls, try to get myself warmed up and loosened up for the game.
Enjoy the rest of the tailgate, meeting and greeting old friends. Game starts 7:30. By 7 o'clock, we're crashing the tents, coming in.
Start singing, chanting.
And then it's just cheering on the team and having a good time and letting off some steam while doing it, you know.
It seems like every week at Ao Lang we get a great group and a great following, and you can feel the energy, and it gives you that little bit extra energy to push through even when you've got heavy legs out there in the heat. From the minute I've been at the club, the fans here have been fantastic.
It's almost indescribable. There is a lot of energy from the stands. We're almost driven on by the crowd themselves.
Can you go through what it felt like to get up to that moment?
Ball in front. Oh, how about this? Steinberger. It squirts in. And they hoist an Eastern Conference Championship trophy.
That year, it just seemed like a bigger deal than any other year thus far, just because there wasn't very much to be excited and happy about in daily life.
By that point, we're far enough into COVID, you're like, oof, this could go south really fast.
When I heard that there was a possibility that it would be canceled, I just started crying.
You're going through your pre-match rituals, you're getting your gear on. I was texting my family to watch the game and about to drive over, and then I got a message that the match had been canceled.
The 2020 USL Championship final between Phoenix Rising and the Tampa Bay Rowdies is off.
We actually came here anyway. We stood outside the fence, we had candles, we sang chants, we brought flags, and we just acted as if we were having the match, because that's where we were supposed to be that night anyway.
So obviously massive disappointment for the whole club and the supporters as well, and you kind of have a bit left there to prove.
We kind of got our due because that very next season, Phoenix did come to Tampa and we ended up beating them.
It's a bit of unfinished business as the Tampa Bay Rowdies prepare to take on Phoenix Rising for Tampa Bay, and it's in. It's an own goal. And the Rowdies take the early lead. Dos Santos taps it home. Rowdies lead 2-0. And there's the full-time whistle. 195 days they waited, and they'll feel this was a glorious victory at home.
In our minds, I think a lot of the fans kind of just de facto said we won that championship that year. The supporter section was just as full as it would have been if it was the championship game.
I still remember it as a fantastic win, and probably one of the first games that you have over 1,000 or so in the stadium post-COVID, and yeah, it was great to share that with the fans that stay there after the 90 minutes to clap you off the field.
For the fans, it was honestly just great to win in front of them. They played We Are the Champions song after. They're always behind us, so it was a good feeling.
We were lucky we were able to get back in the stadium and see a game live.
Only certain people could get tickets to the matches. We were all very spread out, but as spread out as people were, we were also together at the same time.
Even though it wasn't a full stadium, you could still feel the passion and energy from the few select guys that are in there.
The following year, we went forward, and I was privileged enough to be at the playoff game.
Antley gets it close. Ekra trying to turn. Score! Tampa Bay Rowdies are going to the Eastern Conference Championship. Cameron Lancaster scores! Louisville goes to St. Pete next week to play for the Eastern Conference crown.
By the time we got to the playoffs, it was full force. Everyone was in it. The player we have loved forever, like Kosan, was subbed on. And in the closing 10 minutes, he kicked a shot right towards me behind the goal. There were 6 people between him and the goal, and somehow they parted the ball, curved around people, it went in. Incredible, we're going nuts. It gets to the final seconds, and at stoppage time, we earn an extra corner kick, and it bounces off of no less than 10 people. If Louisville just kicks it out, it's over. Who is in front of the goal to just tap it in? Lucky Kosan. We were dominating at that point, and we overcame and went to the finals. You live in the now. The past is the past. It brings the passion. Everything is all, roses all the time. It just wouldn't be as fun.
It's really unique within soccer where there's a relationship between the players and the fans. We come up with unique songs for them. They really appreciate the tifos we do for their 100 appearances. They feed off the support that we can give them from the crowd, so it's the least we can do to back them.
Because I've been here so long, I've been able to get to know a lot of them that are there every week. They'll stay after the games waiting for us to talk, and you kind of get to know them on a personal level as well, and it makes that extra special when you know a lot of the guys up in the stands that are supporting for you, you know them personally. If I could choose to play every game at home in front of our fans, I would. It's an honour and a privilege to play in front of the fans at Ao Lang every week.
They're a great traveling group as well. When you look up and you see the away supporters, and then you see a little bit of yellow and green, it's like, okay, yeah, they're traveling, they're here to support us. It's just that extra boost, and it's really our 12th man on the field.
Our supporters group, Skyway Casuals, has grown in the past couple of years, and we want to grow more. And then also at the same time growing in the community. We have an initiative called Clean 90, where when the team has a clean sheet, we go ahead and commit to cleaning a public space for 90 minutes.
We do a foot golf tournament that raises funds for a childhood cancer foundation. Volunteering with youth tournaments or getting involved with some coaches clinics that the Rowdies have put on for children with disabilities, which has been a really great way to give back to the community.
We've done canned food drives, we've done pet food drives, we've done a book drive, a toy drive. We've collect stuffed animals, give them to the police department so that they could hand them out to children when they would go on calls.
Every year the Skyway Casuals do a specially designed kit that all the proceeds go to some sort of charity.
It's a great representation of our pride in the city, and that helps you grow roots in a new place where you find that sense of familiarity with the game that you love. You get a little emotional sometimes when we talk about how much soccer means to you and your connection with fellow fans.
First date of mine was at a game in 2012. We're still together now, we're still coming to games.
From Germany originally, so I grew up with it. I remember the first time I came to a game here. I saw the flags and I saw the smoke and the chants. It took me back to home.
I think that's a little bit special, that people can come in, feel safe in that corner of the mob, held together by the fact that we all love the Rowdies. So the Rowdies mean family.
Family, it's the home away from home.
It's just a family.
It's that extension of family.
Family.
Family is what you make it. And Ralph's Mob is my family.
It's like the one thing in your life that's constant. Like when you're happy, it's when you're here. My whole childhood was always the Rowdies. And it's the same way now, and I'm 58. So when I'm here, you forget about everything else. You're here to have fun. Whether the Rowdies win or not, it doesn't matter because we're all together.
When the Rowdies play soccer, it's a sight to behold. You'll swear there'll be devils with